if I told you that Homelander's gonna die in season 4 of The Boys and Billy Butcher is gonna end up being the new main villain in season 5? You'd probably say, Sammy, that's crazy. But let me tell you why I think this is almost guaranteed to happen. First and foremost, in the comics, Billy Butcher ends up becoming the main villain of The Boys. You see, in the comics, the big twist is that Black Noir actually ends up being a Homelander clone, and he's been framing Homelander for doing a bunch of devious things. And he ends up killing Homelander, which I think it's funny how in the show, Homelander actually ends up killing Black Noir. It's a nice little wink and nod to the comics. But then Billy Butcher ends up killing this Black Noir. But in killing the person responsible for taking away Becca, the pain doesn't go away, which is when he makes it his mission in life to exterminate all soups, which leads to him killing Mother's Milk, Frenchie, Kimiko, before he's ultimately killed by Huey. And so far this season, they've been treating like this is going to be Butcher's last moment, his last stand, if you will. But they're also exhausting all their efforts with Homelander. He's already facing his past, and I think his character's arc is coming to an end this season. Now, mind you, we already know that Butcher only has a few months left to live from all the Temp V he took, but we also just learned that he mixed that with actual Compound V, which has led to this little like worm thing traveling around his body. And in the most recent episode, we saw the worm crawl around his head into his eye, and he ended up killing Dollar Store Reed Richards. Adding to the fact that he's been hallucinating Becca as like his angel on his shoulder, and Joe Kessler, who I think is the devil on his shoulder. I think the Joe Kessler devil on his shoulder persona is going to end up turning him evil. But not before they end up taking out Homelander this season. I made an old theory video about how exactly they're going to do that, but essentially they're going to do it with the Gen V virus. Using his pubic hairs, the downfall of a man really is age, because this is DNA that they can use to create a strain of the virus that's strong enough to kill Homelander. And I think both Butcher and Ryan are going to end up killing Homelander, which by the way, Ryan, yeah, he doesn't exist in the comics. So I think similarly to the comics, Butcher's going to end up going crazy after killing the man responsible for killing Becca. And the entire 5th season is going to be the boys, minus Butcher, maybe even some members of the 7th, potentially even Soldier Boy. Don't forget the CIA still has him locked up. I think that's crazy, Sammy, and I think you should gargle my ballsack. But I think they're setting up Ryan to be like the true hero of the Boys universe, and I think him versus Butcher, he may have been your father, but he wasn't your daddy, makes for a super compelling end of the season, the series, and all of these characters.